Good evening. My name is Kevin O'Donnell, and I'm here today to show you an investigative journal on the court system here in Packingtown. Tonight we will air interviews with our local judge, a person awaiting trial, and another convict who just got out. First, we would like to talk to our judge. So Judge, in your opinion, how is everything going in the court system here in Packingtown?
Hey Kevin, appreciate the interview there. And I believe my courtroom cannot be more fair. I'm a man of the law and took the oath to be unbiased and rule fairly. I would never go back on my word, and I'm confident in saying everyone who stood in front of me has received a fair trial. My courtroom is run very smoothly, and I'm proud of the system we have in place, Kevin.
Wow, that's truly great. Judge, we're actually just getting breaking news that you have no courtroom experience other than this, and you were just appointed by the man, Mike Scully. What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I heard these rumors, Kevin, and I understand them, but like I said, they're just rumors. Of course, me and Mike, we're good friends, but that has nothing to do with this. There's a whole process coming to Packingtown, actually, where you have to be appointed by someone, so every judge is appointed by someone, and mine just happened to be Mike Scully. And if you want, I would love you to come to a trial, see how everything's run, see it's all fair, everyone gets a fair trial, and there's nothing corrupt going on in my courtroom. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Now we're going to jump to an interview with a person awaiting trial. I'm joined with a local Packingtown resident, Yuri. He is charged and awaiting trial for stealing food because he is a starving worker and was caught by his manager. Yuri, if you were to speak for yourself, how would you say that the court system here is in Packingtown, and what are you looking forward to / worried about when going into trial?
Thank you. I'm a struggling Packingtown worker who does not make nearly enough money to support my family. The food I took was old, and I needed my family and myself to prepare for the next day. Since I'm a hardworking man, I think the judge will let me go freely because he knows that I would have difficulty finding a new job after a long sentence in prison. The court system has to be fair because many people have troubles due to the company's low wages and long workdays. Judge Bishop wouldn't understand since he is morbidly obese, but I hope he can find some way to relate. Thank you.
Now we're joined by a working man in Packingtown who just got out of prison 2 years ago, Vlad. He has experienced what he believes to be an unfair court system. So Vlad, here is your segment to speak your mind about the court system.
I got out of prison 2 years ago. Ever since, it has been nearly impossible to find work. I can barely put food on the table for my family, and I've lost my sense of dignity. I was arrested for fighting my wife's boss for sexually assaulting her. Because her boss held a higher position than me, he had more money, everyone was against me. As soon as I was put into handcuffs, I should have known that I was going to be in trouble.
What specifically happened in your trial that makes you feel like you were unjustly tried?
During the trial, it was clear to me that everyone was against me. I've heard here in America that they have a thing called fair trial. That was about as fair as the cows versus the slaughterhouse. I was just thrown into the mix. They started off the trial with the prosecution laying out their story, and then they only gave me a couple of sentences to refute and lay my story. It was clear it was one-sided. Can't forget to mention that the officer was beating me half the time for not calling the judge Your Honor. Actually, the more I think about it, the officer was just hitting me for the fun of it at that point, which goes to show how much they care about us here in Packingtown. The judge doesn't care about us. He sees cases like mine all the time. We are not individualized. I was just a case number to him. I meant nothing. Once I actually got into prison, since I was sentenced 45 days in costs, I figured out that everything was corrupt. The judge never had experience and was biased towards the prosecution. And the police helped the prosecution by backing them up since they were paid off by them. As a result of me being in jail, I left my family out to starve. To me, it seems like a whole money laundering system. They're just throwing away the lives of us lower class so they can make money. I still find it egregious that I was charged, my family was starved, when the crime was committed against my family. Is this the same American fair system that we hear about in the world?
Back here with Yuri. We're back. And Yuri, after we have dug into some deficiencies in the past with the court system, how are you now feeling about your upcoming trial?
Well, to be honest, I'm not feeling great. I did what I had to do to survive, and I stand by that. The town of Packingtown has screwed me since I've been here, and I pray that the ruthless Rodney Bishop does not as well. On the other hand, I'm anxious. From what I've heard in prison, it is a nice break from the packing facilities. Everything is paid for. There's heat, I'm not working as much. So honestly, it can go either way for me.
Well, this wraps it up for us, folks. We have heard conflicting sides from the judge, who believes that everything is fair, and we have heard from citizens who are anxious and they feel like they've been wrong. One thing that's obvious here is that there needs to be a change in Packingtown. So yeah, which story do you believe? Back to you.